Hi, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to have you here and to share my experiences with you. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, but I've been a coach for over just about 3.5 years, so there's a lot involved. When I first started coaching, it was more for my personal story than anything. I was in a really bad place at the time. I was the biggest I had ever been. I was depressed. My marriage was awful. It was pretty much failing. And it all stemmed from my self-confidence. It was all things that came to how I felt about myself and my self-worth. And I found my coach, Andrea, online through an ad that she posted, and it just hit me. It was exactly what I needed. No questions asked. I jumped in full bore. Before the challenge group started, she asked me if I thought about doing what she did, about becoming a coach. And I actually had. It was one of those things where when she sent me one of the videos to watch, I just had that fluttering in my gut. I just knew there was a stirring in my soul that I knew this was something that I wanted to do. I didn't care about making money. I didn't care about doing it as a job. I just knew that I wanted purpose and that I wanted to do something for me that made me feel good. Plus, being a coach meant that I would have to be extra accountable to myself to keep on my own health and fitness journey if people were looking up to me that way. So I started coaching, doing my own challenge group, and I had amazing success. I overcame amazing hurdles. I learned who I was again. I learned my strengths. I started to find out what I was capable of, and that was the most amazing feeling ever. After about 2 months into my fitness journey and my coaching journey, I found out I was pregnant. We had been trying for a good 1.5 years, but I had kind of given up on the idea, and kind of set me down into another negative spiral because I had just started feeling good about myself again, and now I was going to gain weight again, and things were just going to be put on the back burner, and it took me a while to get over that. At the time, we were living in Canada. We traveled with my husband because he traveled for his job, and so we went where I homeschooled my kids, and we went wherever he went so that we could stay together. And we made a decision together that we didn't want to have our baby in Canada, that we wanted to come home, or at least have me come home. So our 2 older kids and I moved home so that I could have the baby there and be around family. I did really well. I actually changed my mindset and decided to use the pregnancy as a tool to help motivate other women who were going through the same thing. And I ended up coming out of my pregnancy 2 weeks postpartum. I was at my goal weight, which I wasn't even at before I got pregnant. Maintained it. I did great. I still felt good. My marriage was doing good. But after a while, when my son was about a year old, it got to be the point where my husband was gone for work, and he would come home for 3 to 7 days every 3 months, something like that. It wasn't very much at all. And I had this infant, this 1-year-old who didn't know his dad. He would come home and he would spend the entire few days that he was home getting his son to be comfortable with him again, getting him to trust him again and know who he was. And then he would leave and we'd have to start all over. We have 2 older kids, and I would stay up at night holding them while they cried because they needed their dad. My son was at the age where he really needed that role model, his father around. My daughter, the same thing. She's getting to the age where she's starting to make lots of changes physically, emotionally, mentally, and having that father figure was really important. And I was tired. I was exhausted. I was tired of doing it all on my own. And so it just hit me. My coach offered a challenge to us, and I jumped in head on. I decided that I wanted to do this for my family, that I wanted to give my husband the option to be home if he wanted to. So I did. And a year later, he quit his job last Christmas. He's been home full time, minus when he goes to work just to get out of the house and do what he wants. My family is whole again. And my husband has the option to do what he wants. If he wants to go get some job that's just for fun that he wants to, then he can. If he wants to sit around and not do anything all day, he can. It's his choice. And my kids have their dad again. So now, a little over 3 years into the business, I don't have a financial goal anymore. I'm back to the beginning where I don't care about the money, but I have this story that I get to share with people. My why for why I do this has completely evolved because I've seen what it has done for my family. And not only that, now coaches that I invited to this business, that I brought into this business, I've seen have the same kind of successes. I've seen it change their lives. And now I get to share that with you. I get to share that with other people. And it's a gift that I hand people on a silver platter because this business has changed my life, not just in bringing my family together, but in making me a better person. It's made me stronger, and I'm constantly growing, and I have this amazing family of people around me who believe in me and don't let me give up. And now every day I wake up excited to bring this opportunity to other people and to share it with them. And I've done this all through social media. I live in a small town. I have always been known to be quiet and shy, introverted, and if I had to go out and talk to people face to face, if I had to go out and do cold calling, or I don't know what other companies do. I honestly don't even have a clue. But if I had to go do it some other way, I never would have been successful. In this way, I'm able to just make friends online. I get to know people who like the same things that I like. I build relationships with them and make friends, and then I share with them if the opportunity comes up, if it looks like this would be something that they want, which is you, something that could help you. So today, that's going to be your assignment, to show you exactly how we use social media, one of the ways we use social media to grow our business. I want you to go find something, create a picture or find a picture online that is inspirational, motivational, something that is helpful. You could take a picture of yourself drinking water and say, hey, how many ounces of water have you drank today? I've had this many because the importance of water are so-and-so. You could find an inspirational quote that you want or that speaks to you, that you enjoy. Anything that could inspire other people or help them be a better person in some way. And ask a question, get people engaged, get people talking with you. That is such a big part of what we do. And I get messages all the time from people saying, thank you so much for what you do, because it brightens my day every day. So after you do that, come back over here and comment below what you posted on social media and what you thought. Sorry so long, guys. Thanks.